to the Untamed Podcast. It has been a while, but we're here with the trio again. You got the Timberwolf coming at you.
The Heat Daddy.
And Justin Appleseed. What's going on, guys?
It is nice to have. Every few weeks, it feels like a reunion show.
Yeah,
for real.
We finally all get back together.
It's amazing trying to find time for three grown men to actually have a time in their schedule to get together.
And it's kind of sad how long it takes us to find time.
Well, I think it's because we are all on different schedules as well. You know what I mean? Like all three of us. We're in the same place, but we're on different schedules. So.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that.
And we are live. I do have it pulled up on my phone. Oh, we have one viewer. Ever heard of her?
Hey, what's going on, babe?
Teresa Marion.
Oh, Teresa.
Not to put everybody's business out there, but I heard that Justin is sleeping with her.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much sleeping is going on, but a little earlier in the day.
No, you'd be surprised. We get a lot of sleep. I probably slept too much. I almost slept in today, and I needed to get up, but made it through it, so it's all good.
Wait, okay, I was gonna go on with the show, but now I've got to ask, why the hell is she calling you her sexy Captain America hubby?
Hey, I'm her Captain America, baby.
Oh my God,
Captain America was
before
6
he
foot.
took the serum, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
No.
I am. He was 5 foot something.
Before retired.
Before retired. He hasn't hit the old age yet.
Yeah.
No, I've got it inked right here on my arm. I'm Captain America.
I guess that makes me Bucky.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Well, yeah.
I thought he did when we went to the beach last week, and yes, I'll talk about what happened, but we had to stop at Bucky's. We forgot towels. Yeah. And solely because of you, I spent the extra money to buy an I Love Bucky's towel and a tie-dye Bucky's towel.
Nice.
You see this shit? Let me just bring it up to the camera a little bit.
When we went to the river last year,
Bucky sponsor us.
We stopped at Bucky's, and we completely fucked up. Because, you know, when you go to the river, you either bring your own tubes or you rent all the tubes. Bucky's has...
Yeah, they have their
coolest
own
fucking tubes,
and
we didn't even think to pick them up.
They have their own tubes, their own freaking chairs, the rocking chairs, the tents, everything.
I'm surprised they don't have their own beer at this point. Do they make beer?
They've got to. They've got everything. I bought some dark chocolate covered beaver nuggets.
Oh,
that shit's
I
good.
left them in the car at the beach all day, so now I just have one dark chocolate covered beaver nugget. It's a massive nugget.
Damn.
Hey, my stepdad's out there.
Hey,
Matt Murphy, and he's talking about my hat. This make your head look good, old man. He went bald.
Did he?
Yeah, I mean it was by choice.
Is it just me or is the video glitchy as hell?
No, it's lagged, so it looks like it's a little bit behind. So if you're watching this, you're not up to date with us only by a few seconds.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I can tell the same.
Yeah, watching on my phone, it is lagging a little bit, but nobody seems to notice. I mean,
because on there,
I might get some backlash. Let's see how the.
Oh man, now we're hearing ourselves. This is awful, boys.
Okay, I'm just checking the audio, y'all. But yeah, the audio.
You got some taters growing?
Huh?
You got some taters growing?
Potatoes?
Potatoes.
I don't have any potatoes growing. Do I have potatoes?
That's what it's.
I think she might be talking about your breasts.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but
you got some of that breast shields.
Those little nice taters growing too.
Show me the new bill. I mean, phone.
Yeah.
So about the beach, I'd say what happened. Part of the reason that we're so late getting
he became a hot Cheeto.
Man, everybody that doesn't know. On our way down there, we stopped at H-E-B, another Texas staple. So I'm not going to talk bad about H-E-B. I'm going to talk bad about whoever made the H-E-B brand sunscreen.
Is it bad?
I had an allergic reaction.
Oh, no.
It's called a chemical photoallergic reaction to one of the ingredients in the sunscreen, and had chemical burns all over my whole waist up. Well,
I saw the pictures. I mean, you were red as fuck.
Yeah, it was, and it's
pretty bad.
It's all peeling now. Well, it's mostly peeled now, but I mean, I was just all.
Do you burn easily though already?
Like, and that's why I always take sunscreen. It just that one day I just happened to have an allergic reaction, and all four of us used the same sunblock, and they're all fine. And I got absolutely torched,
annihilated.
Damn, that sucks, dude.
With one of our viewers wants to see your tattoo.
Yeah,
my tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I love the interactivity though. This is awesome.
Another viewer just said, "Stand up."
Well, I'm trying to make sure they see it. Shout out to Blake Thomas. He's out in Arkansas now, but he does fucking fantastic work. Y'all go check him out. He's great.
I do like that, but you need to finish it.
I'm gonna get Spider-Man on this side, but I gotta make the trip out there and
because they're both from New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the reason they're both from New York. No, they're both my favorites out of pretty much all of them on the Marvel side, at least.
So I will you shout out your tattoo artist. We use the same one every time. Mikey Michelson.
Yeah,
he lives in Huntsville. I can't remember the name of the place he's at now. He moves around, but he did. I think he's done 3 of Skyla's. The attention to detail. I mean that one's amazing too. I'm not saying one's better than the other. But
No, but his art is good. I know him from high school too. He's yeah. He's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
his artwork is incredible.
His work. Anytime anybody's looking for a tattoo artist,
I
sent somebody to him one time, and he texted me after. He said, "What is wrong with this woman that you sent here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, look, she's an acquaintance. Not really. We're not like best friends, but her tattoo looked amazing."
Yeah.
And when Skyla you've seen the one on her foot, right? The watercolor, like flower.
Mm-hmm. Did he do that one?
She showed him an example of it, and he did it. And after it was done. And she's like, "Oh my God, this is better than I even could have pictured." Then he admits, "By the way, I've never done watercolor. That was my first attempt."
Oh, that's
at least
cool.
he did it after.
But I don't think he wanted to tell her because he wanted to. But even if he had told her, I trust him enough. Not just his tattoos, the murals he's done. Like he travels all over doing murals and different stuff.
Have you seen his graffiti work?
Oh yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I mean, he just. I don't.
I gotta go to this guy because we're all talking about tattoo artists.
Oh,
my tattoo artist that did all mine lives now in I think it was Wisconsin selling marijuana.
Oh, so yours is a lot further than my guy.
Yeah,
mine's just
he did all mine, and this one was probably the most interesting. I had this one already made, but he drew this all up with a pen at his house and was like, "Here we go."
He drew it up on your arm?
Yeah, just on my arm.
So he like freehanded it pretty much?
Yeah, because the template he printed out, he goes, "I didn't realize how big your arm was and how long it was."
Like how we just nonchalantly
shouts out.
And he was all like,
so big.
And he gets it on
Captain
there.
America wouldn't do that.
And he gets it on. Well, that's why I'm not fucking Captain America. And he gets it on there, he puts it on, and fucking, it was just that much. And I was like, that's not going to
You're going to have to widen that up.
That's not going to work, my man. So he tried to do the widening thing. It fucked up the picture. So he just started doing all the stencil work on my arm. But yeah.
That's
Mikey,
awesome,
if those of y'all listening to us from Wisconsin, his name's Mikey. He sells weed. And
he's Mikey too?
Yeah.
It's
kind of crazy how we have.
And I'm going to tag our Mikey when I get done and
yeah, because I need to.
But if you can find, you go on Facebook. I think his Facebook is actually under Michael Michelson.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's under Mikey or Michael, but he's got pictures of all his work. One of my buddies, if I didn't have this up here, actually, one of my buddies got a whole sleeve from collarbone all the way down, and it is just the detail is just ridiculous. The shading, everything. Like I have zero artistic ability, zero.
You have one tattoo I saw in that picture you sent me, and it's a 3.
Yep, I got that. So I was a huge Dale Earnhardt NASCAR fan. Actually, my stepdad, who was on here a few minutes, that's who got me into it. We're huge Dale Earnhardt fans. The day Dale Earnhardt died in the Daytona 500, I was out in the field. I was in the Army stationed in Arizona. And this was back, I don't know if you two are old enough to remember when you had to do this. This is back when I had to put a VHS in the VCR and record shit later.
Yeah.
And,
so you had it recorded.
So I recorded the race to watch later. Was intentionally avoiding everything. There wasn't social media then, so that wasn't a problem. But not watching the news, I didn't want to do anything.
You had no fucking idea.
When I came back, I had a message from my stepdad to call him, and I called him, and he told me. And to this day, I haven't watched that whole race.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I finally did see the clip of the wreck. But I used to collect all the Dale Earnhardt stuff, and it was shortly after he died that I just wanted to get some kind of tattoo. And actually, since he died, I haven't watched NASCAR like at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not the same. Like he was. I think he was kind of the last of an old breed of racing.
That era of NASCAR was just a lot more like fun and interactive and everything else. This era is just kind of like it's all about sponsorships and all this other crap.
Yeah, it's more of a show now.
Yeah.
When back there it was racing. Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, those guys. They grew up. Davey Allison. They grew up racing. Dirt tracks and it was racing.
Yeah.
it didn't matter. Now, whoever's got the most money and gets the best parts, that's who's going to walk away with it. And it's the same people.
And you can guess who's going to win.
Well, what's crazy about that too is like even like dirt track racing and everything, it kind of falls into that category too. It's like if you got all this money, you got all these parts for your engine and everything, you might win over the guy who just was able to make it himself. Her son, he races sprint cars.
Yeah, she was telling us about that.
Oh my,
yeah, dude. Have you seen them things in person race? Mm-hmm. It's insane.
We went when they had the track here in Willis.
Oh, the old
Scott and I used to go out there. And we had a buddy that would race, he didn't race. He was a mechanic, but he would get us down in the pits. Yeah, it was Gator.
Yeah, Gator. Yeah.
And man, when the sprint cars would race, first time we took Mama Jean out there, she'd never been there.
Yeah.
And we walk up, and because we're down in the pits, we're right up close. We're not back in the stands. And before I could say, "Don't get all the way up on the fence," those sprint cars, they started drifting around that corner, and they just throw the whole track in your face. And Mama Jean's up
everywhere.
You might want to step back a little.
Step back, get some of your buds in, because, oh, man, it's exhilarating. It's awesome.
They're freaking... I could never do it.
See, I wish I could. Now, years ago, my grandfather, he raced stock cars, was a sprint car, stock cars. Which, when I found that out, I don't know how old I was when I found out. It made me, because he was huge for a man in that area. He was born in 1934, and he was 6'3", and my whole life he was 300 pounds, give or take. Just massive. Like, how the fuck did you fit in that car?
I was gonna say it's very hard to get in them cars.
I don't like making the 15-minute drive from Conroe to Willis.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting in that car for 500 miles.
It's hard. It's real hard.
But I did. I wish I still like NASCAR. I mean, it's just not as exciting. And when they, I love when they came out with the movie 3. It had Barry Pepper. He played the sniper in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay.
He played Dale Earnhardt. And,
yeah.
And the movie actually was it was a little bit clunky. Like this wasn't like a massive production. It was a little, but it showed where that they're fucking, to make like the rod ends or something for the front end. Mm-hmm. They didn't buy the part. They took like Craftsman tools and, cut them and wire, his father says, they're harder, they'll last longer, they help with whatever. But it showed that's how they raised. They didn't spend the big money to go buy shit.
Yeah.
They built the shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they took the car out. And a lot of those guys racing, when they first came out, if they wrecked, there wasn't a backup. There wasn't another car. You couldn't race again until you fixed your car.
Yeah, that was it.
So you had to be, but Dale Earnhardt was that rare breed. He didn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll push you out of the fucking way.
No.
He's going to win.
He was there to win. That was it.
And it was always, I remember riding with my stepdad years ago, and he'd get behind somebody if he knew him or they pissed him off, whatever. And he did that. Dale Earnhardt he'd get behind somebody and he'd point at him through the windshield, and we pull up and my stepdad would point. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you going to bump him, get him under him, get him loose, put him in the Walmart?
Go in your fucking Walmart.
What do you think about his son? How's his son? I don't follow NASCAR that well, so I don't know.
I was like Dale Jr., and I think he could have been. I think he could have been as good as his father. I just don't think he had the same. Like, I don't know. There's a
aggressiveness.
There's a difference when you grow up, kind of have to win kind of thing. But Dale Jr. already had money, already had fame,
mm-hmm.
already had like.
He didn't have that aggression.
You don't have that same drive, and that's not just with that. That's with any sport today.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you watch the sports from 50 years ago or more. These guys they're playing for love of the game,
right?
Not to steal the Kevin Costner movie, which I love, but they're playing because they love the game. They want to win. They didn't get paid $10 million to say hello.
Those guys set the foundation for that, and now all these guys are just building
off of it. You don't have that grittiness anymore. You just don't. You don't have that. And that's how I was gritty. It's the reason I got kicked out of my last baseball game I ever played in high school, and didn't make the team my senior year because I flipped out on the umpire.
Why'd you flip out? Wait, tell us the story. What happened? I want to hear that. Why'd you flip out on a poor old umpire?
I played center field, and I was a relief pitcher. I could not start.
Yeah.
My coach tried to start me one time. I walked like 5 batters in a row, and I said, "We gonna keep doing this?" Because I told you I couldn't start. I don't know why. I just can't. It was a mental block. But we were playing against Seton Catholic. They're Catholic, which automatically tells you they lie and they cheat. They did. Well, they did. They kept lying, they kept cheating, they kept trying to take out our pitcher or whatever. The first time I came up, I hit, if there was a fence on our field, we couldn't afford one. But if there was, it probably would have gone over. It was a hell of a hit. Well, the second time up.
This is in high school?
I hit, it was a nice little drive.